And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. We need to get somebody to do our music that's like
exactly.
hip hop star or something.
I was thinking the same thing. We need a new BGM for this.
We need something. Let me see if I get my boy on it.
Who's your boy?
He's an underground artist.
Hey,
as in like real underground. Nobody knows about him, but see what he's got. You're like, yo, man, hook us up.
So Zach, you look so different without the beard. So I'm just like, I'm trying to.
Oh my god, I look so smooth. Do I look younger?
A little bit.
My nose looks bigger though. Holy shit! Look at that nose.
Okay. Hello everyone.
And I can smell really good too. By the way, I could look how shiny it is.
Good to know, I guess.
We can't prove that. There's no way to prove that.
I just smelled what you ate for lunch in Korea.
Okay, that's a pretty good smell. But anyways, welcome to Quest Unplayed, everyone. This is a podcast where the three of us usually talk about video games, and we have a guest. But I actually have no idea where Anthony is. He said he'll come today, but he probably...
You think Nintendo kidnapped him?
Oh, that could actually... Yeah, because we just talked a lot about Nintendo stuff.
Like, Nintendo finally got him.
Yeah.
That'd be bad.
Yeah.
He's in a van somewhere right now getting pistol whipped by a Nintendo Zapper.
By a Goomba.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, hopefully he comes in. We haven't heard back from him today, so maybe he has something at work or something, or Nintendo hijacked him and took him to the basement.
We've lost so many to Nintendo.
Yeah, but anyways,
me, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm the co-host.
I got kidnapped by Nintendo. You guys, all you had to do was pull up, say your Nintendo. I would have gotten the van. It was like, no.
That'd make a great video, really. Like I got kidnapped by Nintendo. That'd be great.
Oh, that would be watch that.
That would be a dope, like B-rated. Well, not B-rated, but like a low budget comedy with just the right people in it. I got kidnapped by Nintendo.
Comedy horror, yeah.
You'd have to change the name though, because I'm sure Nintendo wouldn't go for it. But.
I got
non-Nintendo.
Yeah, non-Nintendo, yeah.
Something like that. Something like that. Yeah.
Damn it! I keep coming up with these things I can't do because I don't have enough money. I'll write the scripts and see what happens.
Yeah, just write it down somewhere, and then we'll figure out. Or there could be a game. I got kidnapped by a Nintendo.
I'd watch. I play it.
Yeah. It's like a $5 indie game or something. $10, and it's like playtime of 2 hours.
I'm thinking $2.99 at best. If I'm making the game, it's gonna be short. Like you'll start it and then end.
Anyways, everyone, I'm the co-host of Quest Unplayed, George, and today's quest is joined by my boy Zach without mustache.
Hi, unmustache Zach.
Yeah, mustache-less Zach. And we have another guest, Vincent.
Hi.
He's got the dope hat.
I know, right?
He's rocking the cabbie.
I like that.
Where you boys going today? I can get you anywhere around town, eh? No, I do. I used
this hat were like a part of my body. If this was like an appendage, it'd go like that. Whenever I'd be like surprised. I see somebody die on the street. I'm like,
actually, those hats are like my favorite hats, but I live in Texas and they're always so hot. You know what I mean? They make my head sweaty.
I'm in Oklahoma, so I don't wear this in the summer much.
So, okay. You're right above us.
Yep.
Right? Texas, Oklahoma. Yeah. Are you from Oklahoma?
No, I'm from California, so it's been a bit of an adjustment. But
yeah.
For the most part, Oklahoma's better than California, really.
You like Oklahoma more than Cali? Where were you at in Cali?
I was kind of in the middle of California, pretty close to Sacramento. And so, like, the only thing better about California is the weather. Everything else is...
Oh, yeah. You can't beat the weather. It's not even... There's no place I know that... I've been all over. I mean, I like cold, so I liked Anchorage, Alaska and stuff. But there's just this weird temperature to California that... every time I've been there, that you're like, you don't even need blankets. You just lay down and you're just like... comfortable.
It's really
fucking
good.
weird. I'm like, what's happening right now?
Hey,
Hey,
Yeah.
so
Sorry.
what do you like more about Oklahoma than California, though?
Everything's less expensive and really like
100% that. Yeah.
obviously, yeah, I have a lot of sympathy for homeless people. Right, homeless problem was really bad, and so even in our like small town, which was like kind of a bit of a richer town,
Mhm.
even there it was it was like really bad. And so you just go out on the street and like on like every block there's a few homeless people. So again, I'm not saying like I don't ever want to see or
It's hard to it's hard to see because it's hard to help.
it's hard to help them. You can't really do much, and it's not doesn't really feel as safe.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Just like give them a few dollars and say like just stop doing drugs, or I don't know.
Yeah.
As they run over to buy drugs for their dollars, they're like, I won't. And you're like, see you later, buddy. But at least you gave them a little happiness. That's kind of how Austin was. Don't you think Austin's like really fun city, but there's a lot of homeless there. Austin,
I've never been, but yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, it's one of those towns that's fun to go to because there's so much going on, but there is a lot of like sadness if you look down on the street. I tried to keep my eye up like this.
I mean, it wasn't that bad though. Like I was in San Francisco and then flew.
That's worse there too?
Hopefully, it's gotten a bit better.
Yeah, it got a lot better. Yes, 100% got better. But like compared to like
really
San Francisco and Texas, or like Austin, I think Austin is a little bit better in terms of the situation.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so yeah, you guys are not too far from where I live, so
that's cool.
He's right above me. George has been here a couple of times. He loves Texas.
Yeah, I love Texas.
Because he was only here for a week.
Hey, Corey's from Oklahoma, so
Corey is from Oklahoma.
I miss Corey.
But a long time ago, I partied hard in Oklahoma City. Like I partied so hard. Like I
don't party hard.
I lost my T-shirt. I don't know where it went. I ended up with somebody else's T-shirt, and it was a girl's T-shirt. It was a really long time ago, man.
Wait, okay. So
I had a bunch of phone numbers all over my body with markers. I don't know what happened. And I woke up with a bunch of Taco Bell bean burrito wrappers around me, and my friends were like, "It was a crazy night, bro." And I was like, "What happened?"
All right, back into taste.
Let's get back to talk about video games. Yeah.
We're gonna talk about video games, but
talk about homelessness, drinking, and Taco Bell. Let's get back to video games.
Yes, but before we dive in, our video is sponsored by Minimap. And
Minimap.
Here's the video. Play games in one place.
Oh yeah.
Play, review, and connect.
You can play them. No, you can't play them on there, but you can't tell people you played them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can talk about your play.
You can sync all of your accounts beside your itch.io. Yeah. And then you can feel really bad about all the achievements you haven't gotten yet because it'll tell you. It'll say you've gotten all these achievements, but these ones. You can review.
Yeah.
You can say I played Idle Gumball and it's my new jam. 20 out of 10. Play this game. Yeah, graphics were 3. No, I'm just joking.
Depends on who you ask.
Music was 6. There's not even a 6 on there. All the reviews are by real gamers, though. No bots, fam.
Yeah.
We could talk about game news. If you like gaming and social media, just go to Minimap. Don't go to X. It's horrible there.
Like politics.
Social media, apocalypse. Go to Minimap where you could just be like, I like games. All your friends will be like, I like games too. Let's talk about it. Whoa.
Yay.
What are you playing, friend? I'm playing this game. Well, me too. Sorry.
Yeah, so that's basically what Minimap is. Just
I like Minimap.
Talk about
games. One day I want them to accept me into their tribe.
He already is one of us.
But they made me drink the blood of my enemies, which was kind of gross. So I don't know if I could do that again.
If you actually
I don't know if that's a Korean thing or something, but it was really gross. Like I threw up a couple times.
Sure. This has been nice. You get that.
Yeah. So when I got in, I had to do that 5 times. No, I'm just kidding.
He's like, I had to kill someone I loved. It was horrible, but now I got a good job. It's sweet.
Wait, is it that was what's that one stone, like Infinity Stones, where you have to kill your like most value?
Oh,
It's
I
the
forget which one.
Oh, the one that's the isn't the is it the soul one? It's the one
something like
where
that.
Yeah, yeah, I
That's
think
something
that's
like
it.
that.
the
Thanos had
red.
to kill.
Red Skull
Yeah, he
guards
tossed
it.
his daughter over like she was yesterday's news. I'll forever be sad about this. Give me your stone. She's like,
Yeah.
Man.
So
Gamora, tossing
Gamora.
Gamora over the ledge. Like,
Yeah.
God, she looks so good in it.
Okay.
But,
Anyways, Vincent, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your game, Idle Gumball Machine?
I like my girls like
No.
guacamole, nice and green. No, what now? Idle.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah. So, well, I'm Vincent Poteet. A long time ago, I decided to, make video games, and that's because my mom took me to this class at the local library that teaches kids like Construct 2 mainly, which is like a really basic 2D engine, right? Um, and then I was learning Construct 2 for a long time, making games, and like from the start, I wanted to make it into a career. But then for a while, I gave up. I was like, this is stupid. Like, I'm not gonna be able to do that at all. I'm still not quite there yet, but we'll talk about that. But I gave up for a while. But then, like about 2.5 years ago, I was going into software development. I wanted to either software development or like enterprise software QA, right? Or a real job, right? But that
Stop
kind
it.
of making games when I was like supposed to be studying, and I was like, I'm like this is more fun. And my thought process, or like why I thought I would make it, and again, not quite there yet, but we'll get to that. Why I thought I'd make it is that I'd heard stories of people who refinance their houses or sell their houses or whatever to go and make their game, and they'll spend like 2 to 3 years on it because they watched Indie Game the movie. I got to see that soon.
Indie Game the
They're like
movie.
Indie Game the movie. Yeah, it's so
The
apparently that
hell is-
movie caused a lot of people to go out and
Is
sell
it-
their houses and stuff.
Wait, is that the documentary about Super Meat Boy and stuff like that?
Yeah, they had like Jonathan Blow and this Meat Boy guy and a few other guys.
Oh yeah. Keep talking. I gotta look this up because remember if it was something I've seen or not.
But they were like, they just kind of painted it as like the dream, right? And if you make a game, like you will be successful, or at least that's how a lot of people interpreted it.
Oh,
And
it is
so
old
I
movie.
thought, well, okay, I'm gonna just make a bunch of small games and iterate faster, right? Because like your first commercial game is probably gonna suck. Excuse me, or at least it's probably gonna fail, right? And so I ended up only selling my car because I didn't have a house. So
Oh wow.
it's a little more.
But I was living in it. So no, I'm just go ahead. No, you sold your car and
But my thought process was basically make shorter games, shorter than like 2 years, so that way you can, in theory, improve faster. And I think it does work because with every project, you do get a little bit better. You get better at designing and art and programming and marketing and everything, right? And so for my first Steam game, Void Wizard, that took me about 9 months, and same for my second game, Comet Rogue, and for Idle Gumball Machine, my third and most recent. Took about 7 months. So, but in between Comet Rogue and Idle Gumball Machine, I actually started making this horror game called Arcade Anxiety, but I never ended up like releasing that in any way. I spent like 3 to 4 months on it, and I just ended up scrapping it because there are a lot of reasons, but part of it's because I don't really like horror games, and I was trying to make something that I thought other people would want me to make, right? Because if you go on like sites like howtomarketagame.com by like Chris Zukowski, have you heard of that guy?
Yep.
We've heard people talk about that. Yeah.
I do think he is listening to, because he does give you some, like some objective stats, right? And listening to his opinions can also be good, right? But he's saying like, every indie developer needs to make at least one horror game, or you need to be making games in these genres and that genres, this genre and that genre. And I think that's a genre can be a good thing to keep in mind. But I think that one thing that's a lot more difficult to measure than genre is passion. because you see like in the charts, like the 2D platformers, a ton of those will get made, but then like the median revenue for them is going to be really, really poor, right? It's going to be a couple $100 or $1,000, whatever it is, right? But I think a large part of that is because Steam users tend to prefer, maybe more complex games like roguelikes, strategy games, than platformers. I think that is true, but I think a big part of it is also that like platformers are, at least halfway decent platformer is way easier to make than a halfway decent roguelike, right? So you have a lot of beginners making platformers, but not a lot of beginners making roguelikes or automation games, right? And so you just kind of see the quality difference, right? So it's kind of a little bit harder to measure quality, right, in somebody's experience. But also, like if I were to make a game in a genre that I don't really understand, that I don't really know about, I think that's probably not going to end as well as just making something that I want to make. And that's kind of been something that's been kind of conflicting in my mind for a while, right? Because on the one hand, it's like you do look at the numbers and you see, oh yeah, well, these are clearly making more money. So, your business mind is going to go, we should make one of these, right? But on the other hand, a lot of these successful games in these popular genres are probably, some of the best games in those genres anyways, right? And the people who are making those games probably actually care about them a lot more. And so I just think if you make something you care about, if you make something that's cool, that's the better option. But the way I'm kind of mitigating risk is by just making, I don't really call them prototypes because they're, just fairly polished still, but just making these quick games in like 1 to 2 weeks and then putting them up for free on like itch.io and then try to market them a bit and then see if I like them, see if I want to pursue them more, but also see if other people do. And so with Idle Gumball Machine, that was the first game that I made when trying that strategy. And then like a bunch of people found it and started reviewing it and playing it and loving it and commenting on it. And a couple like decent sized like incremental game YouTubers played it. And I was like, man, I was supposed to try out that strategy, but now I have to make this game because it's kind of successful.
I mean, you think about it though, the fact that you were doing that strategy when you found out that this game was being more successful. You know what I mean? So,
well, it wasn't really like the idea is kind of get a large, like medium sample size, right? So if you make like 10 games or 5 games and then pick one of those that you like the most or you think is going to do the best or some combination of the two, right? But my sample size was, when I started that strategy, was 1, basically, right? But it still worked out pretty good. Definitely worked out a lot better than my previous 2 games combined. And well, do you guys want to hear like the sales numbers?
Oh, I mean,
I'm allowed to share that.
Yeah, you can. I mean, if you want to, I mean, like,
Again,
you don't have to give us like the exact number, but like you can do like give rough idea.
Yeah, it's not that much. I'm not worried that anybody's going to try to rob me, right? Because again, guys, if you're watching, you want to rob me, I only get to keep, like with Gumball Machine, because I got a publisher for this one. There's a small publishing deal, but after like taxes and everything, I only keep 30%. And I don't even have all the money yet, so don't rob me. You're not going to get much, okay? But well, I'll build up to Idle Gumball Machine so you can kind of see the progression of how much better my games did. But
right.
So with Void Wizard, my first game, in the first couple months, I think grossed like $1 to $2 grand or something like that. Maybe $1 to $3 grand. I can't really remember. And it's not done much more since. Maybe a couple more grand, right? With Comet Rogue, my second, it's grossed. I think now it's grossed a couple more grand than Void Wizard, maybe like $8 grand or something. But initially, it did like way worse than Void Wizard for like a month or two. But then this YouTuber I contacted like before I released it. Finally picked it up and played it like 2 months later, which is awesome. And then that helped it take off a little bit more, right? Again, these are gross figures, so I only get after Steam's 30% and VAT tax and sale and income tax and everything, and returns, right? That's before returns as well. But with Idle Gumball Machine, it's been almost 2 months. It will be in another week or so, and it's grossed a bit over 30 grand.
Oh wow!
So that's,
okay,
yeah, so
that's
how much did it grossed?
30 grand.
And it's only $4 a pop, huh?
5.
Well, it says right now it's on sale for 20%
right
off.
Now,
okay,
yeah.
So calm down, man. Okay.
I'm calm. But we did a launch discount of. Oh, sorry, what?
It's actually I see that the number has progressed a lot since your first one.
That's pretty good though. If you think about it, you've gone for. I mean, some people. I don't know how some people would look at that, but we're going from 2K to 30K. That's a big deal. That's a big jump.
Yeah. And so I think to fund Comet Rogue, I sold my car, at least to help fund it, because I had some other expenses too. And then so with this game, I might actually be able to buy another car. So
and then sell it for your next one.
Yeah. So hopefully not. Well, that's why I want to save up a little bit extra to make sure I can pay for gas prices these days, especially, and insurance.
Shoot, yeah, you might as well get an e-bike and then just sell your car.
I was thinking about that, but man, in the summer it's freaking hot, and I can't like go into the city on an e-bike really, and what I really want is a car, right? So may as well try to get that probably.
But
we'll see.
I think the biggest accomplishment though is that you are able to keep going. Because a lot of people, a lot of indie developers that we talk to, we've been to I think this is like episode 85 or something. We've talked to a lot of them, and some of them we never heard after the podcast because they kind of looks like they're given up, and then some of them I actually talked to, and then they took other jobs because they weren't able to sustain being an indie game developer, and most of them are still struggling, or not most of them, many of them are still struggling to find a publisher that could help them work on the next game, basically. So I think you're not the fact that you are able to continue with your next project in itself is a huge success.
Thank you. Yeah, it's that's kind of the mindset I had, again, like I mentioned, going in, right? It's just keep building off of what I've done before. And I talked to another developer who's a lot more successful than I am recently, and he was saying that he basically knew that he would succeed because he knew that if he kept going, he would keep getting better and better. And so it might take a long time, but might not have taken as long as he thought, right? He's pretty talented, but yeah, I just knew that if he keeps improving, then he will succeed. And kind of in my mind too, I was like, well, all the successful indie devs, are they really that much smarter than me? I'm not a genius, but are they that much smarter, that much harder working, or just that much better, more talented? Probably not that much.
I think a lot of times too, it comes up to, I wouldn't know if it's smarter or not. It's just imagination probably has a lot to do with it too, and just connecting with people. Because I could see people building a game and their game isn't fun to other people because they think it's fun, and other people are like, this is not fun at all.
It's tough, and so I think you kind of got to make stuff for yourself, but also keep your players in mind sooner or later, right? But I see people a lot of times too, they'll focus on the wrong stuff. They'll spend months on making something look 1% better, and that's pretty admirable, but then they just end up not releasing their game, and I'm like, that's a waste of time. Maybe spend a couple days to make it look 1% better, but not months. I literally saw this video, this devlog series of this game that I actually really want to buy, but it might not ever get released because it's been years.
I hate that.
Yeah, he rewrote a rendering system. He's I think he's using Game Maker, and he wrote or he somehow integrated a 3D rendering system into it. I don't freaking know. I'm not the most technical, right? But he like rewrote it or something over the course of like months to make it look like 5% better. And I'm like, can you just make the game? Like, there's so much more.
You're like, I could just play the game now, and you
have to make all the
content.
That. He still has to make like, at least back then, I don't know where he's at now, but he still had to make like all the content and everything, right? And it's like a pretty big game, and so it was getting attention. But I hope I'm wrong, but it probably won't get finished. Like,
yeah, I think I've talked to this developer named Matteo who worked on a game called Paddle Paddle Paddle.
I've heard of that.
Yeah. So he also pointed out that his style of creating games was like he would just make it as soon as possible, release it, and then work on the next one. So like he doesn't want to like spend too much of his time try to like polish it as like perfect as possible. He would rather have the game out and then get the feedback to work on the to make it better, or like giving it updates and stuff, fixing bugs and stuff. So like I think like his if you think about like the paddle game itself isn't like all like in terms of graphics, it's not like all beautiful or anything, but like I think I heard
a fun game, like, so I hear, like I haven't played it, but
yeah, he sold like $1 million worth of it or something. I don't know, I forget what it is exactly, but like I think he said something like he at least sold like 100,000 copies. I saw the announcement somewhere. So I mean, if you think about it, and then he already worked on the next game, which he released like a month after our podcast episode, called "Cool Story, Bro" or something.
I've seen that on X as well. Yeah,
exactly. And I think he's already working on the next game. So
that's Cool Story, Bro.
I don't go quite that fast though, but maybe I should pick it up a little bit. But I do try to, make sure it is pretty. My games are pretty bug free.
Of course. That's given. Yes,
feel pretty good. Are polished, but
yeah.
But they are kind of bare bones still sometimes. Like. What I'll do a lot of times, I feel like, and I did this less so with Idle Gumball Machine, I feel like, but like with a lot of my games, I'm just like, okay, it's a game where you do thing A, and then there's like, oh, that sounds cool. Let me buy it, and they download it, and then they do thing A, and that's it, right? But there's not much like extra stuff, right? Like if I were to add like for the next project, I would try to add like some random other mode or like just some stupid additional stuff. You can do more cosmetics or just random things you can interact with, right? Because I think when you're playing a game, you can either play the game or play with the game, right? More like a toy. And so I'm just very much when designing games, I'm usually, I think, a little too objectives focused. And I'm like, okay, the player wants to accomplish this goal. What are some good obstacles? What are, just how do we make that fun? How do we make that good and last a while? But yeah, I think next time I want to add, I want to add more ways the player can play with the game. So.
Yeah, I think it'd be better for people to actually see the trailer of it so that they know which game we're talking about.
Yeah.
Right. So here is the trailer, everyone. If you're watching it on YouTube or Spotify, I still upload the video. So.
Yeah, Spotify. Listen. Oh.
You can listen to the sounds too.
Yeah, the sounds are dope. I can see this being something like people would like to play just because of the noises.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of compliments on that.
Like ASMR?
yeah, like the main like ball bouncing sound is just like just put that real quick.
Not gonna lie, this game reminded me of my son a lot when I was watching it. So I just messaged him and I said, "Have you played this game?" He said no, and I just sent him a copy of it. He'll love this game. He'll love this shit. I guarantee it.
I don't know, there's no logo, but
I thought it was gonna say like coming out on Steam and PlayStation. And
I have a dirty mind, so I saw all kinds of stuff. But we'll just move on.
Anyways,
okay. I don't know if I want to know.
So I think for this session particularly, we're going to try something different where we are going to actually play the game.
Oh, Georgie, go play the game, and Giorgio.
Yeah, I'll play the game.
Giorgio, go play the game.
And so while I actually play the game, you guys, or we're going to.
I'm going to make fun of you the whole time.
Best
Yeah.
questions. You guys ready?
No, I'm just gonna make fun of you for sucking.
Like sucking out the game, or just like in general.
Just he's so mean to people when they play video games. So this is his turn.
I'm
He's
not
not
mean
nice.
at all. So
He's like, yeah. So do you think you could not suck? I'm like, bro, I just started. The game hasn't started yet. I'm just in the beginning. He'd be like,
so I told him when he was playing something called the Boardwalk, is a simulator or something.
we're playing Boardwalk Typhoon or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. And then I was like, "Yo, you shouldn't be spending too much money on that." And he was like, "No, I don't care. Like I was just spending on money." And then
He was like, he was trying to be kind. He's like, well, maybe not, because it's one of those games you got to invest in certain businesses. He's like, oh, that's kind of a lot of money. And I was like, double down. He's like, no. And then I went broke, of course. So he was just sitting there like, yep. Yeah,
All right,
that's what
so
you get.
here it is.
We got to
So
hear some of the music though.
It's on the background. Is this allowed?
There you go. Not bad.
So, everyone who's watching or listening or whatever, I'll leave the actual link to this itch.io or itch.io or whatever, however you call it, link, so that you guys can actually start playing it. And also, it is available on Steam, so you can actually buy the whole thing.
Yeah, I gave I did it on Steam for the little guy. It's only like $3.99 right now. That's not bad.
So
As of recording, who knows?
As we're recording, as of 19th of May. I don't know how many more days is left.
So the objective of this game is try to get rid of this gear, right? By shooting gumballs at it.
Yeah, so you get money for hitting gears with gumballs, and then you can use that money to buy more gears and other crazy stuff. I don't really know what I was smoking when I thought of this. It's just a gumball machine. I think next time I want to, and with my current like little prototype I'm doing right now, I'm doing this, but I think next time I want to have a better fantasy, because when people ask me what my game's about, I'm like, it's like a game where the number goes up and you're messing with like a gumball machine, and it's kind of fun, quirky, and a lot of people like that.
Bounce it off the wall. Why would you do that?
But I think it's just not a strong like fantasy for most people. So
I think a lot of times, though, to give you some credit for this game, or for just to like for some people who I'm guaranteeing probably love this game, this is one of those games you can play and your brain shuts off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
And you could chill and just do it.
I hate that.
You know what I mean? And so those games sometimes to me, after like a long shitty day, is like better than a game where I'm like, I've got to do some damn objective and kill a dragon. I'm like, look, man, I ain't got the brain power for all this. I need to
sometimes you just gotta relax a bit. I think that's fine.
Yeah, I think so. Like I play a lot of rogue type card games and stuff like that, and I think sometimes the reason I like playing them because like my brain just goes. I'm like, do that. You know what I mean? So.
Have you played?
I gotta ask you too. Who is this? Did you do your own art as well?
Yeah. So this is what I call my scribble pixel art style. Basically, you just do it in low resolution. You just draw like a child. Just do little childish cartoons. And I've gotten a lot of compliments on the art as well. People say like it's ugly, it's stupid, but like in a good way. I'm like, no offense, but like in a good way. I'm like, no, I know what you mean. Yeah. And so
I was about to say, I wouldn't say it's ugly. It's like it feels like you're playing
low quality or cheap,
like a cartoon. Like it feels like it's like you're playing a drawing, like a marker drawing. Like, you know what I mean?
A lot of people love like Flash games, and I grew up on a good number of Flash games, so there's probably inspiration there.
I remember those Flash games.
Oh yeah. So where are my compliments when I make the good move?
You're doing some good moves. No, yeah. Sorry, we were because I wanted to dig into this art.
I was just
I feel like if you're looking at the art of the game, I feel like a lot of people there's two different types of people, right? Some will be like, well, this is very polished, whatever, and then some people are going to admire the originality of it and the just how it looks. You know what I mean? Like it. I like it personally myself, but. I'm weird when it comes to my art.
Well, me too.
Yeah. So, but I think it's pretty cool looking, actually.
Thank you. I've been more interested in 3D lately, though. I mean, I'll probably pull the style out once in a while.
Famous last words of most people have been really interested in 3D. I'm like, bro,
no,
I'm so true.
My first Steam game was 3D, but 3D is hard. Yeah, like it's like I was learning Blender, but then I decided stuff was like taking too long. I made a couple like small games using Blender, right? But I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go back to 2D. That's way faster.
Try to shoot between the cogs. Oh yeah, not bad.
But then I forgot how to use Blender. So
Blender. My son, I don't know if he does it anymore, but I remember when my son, the same one I sent this game to just now, he one day started getting into Blender and he's like, Dad, do you know how to use this? And I was like, get away from me. I was like, what do I look like, a nerd? And he was like, kind of. And I was like, well, I don't know how to use that. So you're right. I am a nerd, but I can't do Blender. I tried it once and my brain literally almost exploded. I was like, wait a minute, what am I doing right now? I couldn't think in that realm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like for me to get back into Blender specifically, that would take probably like a week or two to like relearn basic stuff.
I feel like you got to be real. Like you have to have a certain, like, I think you have to understand 3D really well to do. You know what I mean?
Adjust expectations. It might just take longer than you think. Like for me, it took like a couple months or something. But I'm pretty dense, so.
No. So, well, I like art, but I would do more art like this if I had a game. You know what I mean? Just because.
Yeah. To me, this was easy, right? Like I made like most of this art in the initial like kind of prototype version that I did in like 2.5 days or something, right? Like, just like to do one of the gears, you just it's done, and
you're like, hey, come wipe your booger on here. Look at that! Isn't that gorgeous? No,
look at that.
No, I don't think this game would have worked. I don't think the game would have looked that much. I don't think it would have looked that great if you had tried to make it anything other than this, though.
Yeah, I think if I were to try to go for like a really polished style, like it's kind of already an unhinged game. It's like you're messing with this weird gumball machine, and this also, by the way, this evil horse is trying to kill you. And
there's an evil horse in this.
There's an evil horse, and you're playing as like a character who's like kind of inspired by like Microsoft's Clippy, and like Gooseworks. And stuff.
I didn't know there was actual story to this whole thing.
A little. It's kind of a basic plot, but
I like that it's got a plot, man. I thought we were just gonna watch George try to bounce balls off a cog here.
So, my question is, do you actually can you actually die? Or is there like a game over for this game? Or
no, yeah. So, incremental games or idle games generally don't have like a game over.
Okay.
It's very much turn your brain off game, but you can definitely try to optimize to go through the game a lot quicker, right? So people will do that.
I always thought it'd be cool to see like a platformer game about a character who is a gumball, and when he ran into different coins, he got different weapons that came out of his slot. Not a gumball machine, but what are those machines called where they have the little things coming out of them?
Like a gotcha
capsule games or capsule things.
Yeah, gotcha.
Whoa.
Like when you have the little crane. I don't know.
A claw machine.
Are you in prison right now?
Yeah, you're in prison because the evil horse put you in prison. So,
Jesus, that
horse.
You
won't be able to buy any upgrade from here until the next time.
Let's turn him into glue.
Whoa! I have a knife.
You have a knife. Comes out of your ball launcher.
Wait, does it automatically come out, or do I have to actually click it? Okay.
I didn't read the upgrades, man. Tisk. No, it automatically comes out when like the ball dies or when other things happen. I forget.
I see. Sorry, I don't usually read the.
He doesn't usually. He's always had a fear of knives.
No, I don't usually read the tutorials.
Nope.
And this is a game where you can.
I tried to get him to do the tutorial for Monster Hunter World, and it was so painful. Because what if why is it not dying? I'm like, because you didn't read the tutorial, my guy.
I never read it. Like even when I play like Wild Rift or like League of Legends, I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'll do something. I'll just buy whatever he tells me to buy.
Oh yeah, that's the rough one. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all. I've always liked MOBA, but I hated the buying of stuff. I'm like, so what does this do again? Fuck it, I'm buying it. It's got wings on the boots. Sounds dope. Let's go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so now you got a knife, but you can't cut nobody with it.
Yeah, you can. It
You
cuts
hit the
it.
gears.
Yeah, if you hit the gear, it'll cut it.
If you had a cellmate, you could cut them.
Ooh, look at that. That was good.
Use their blood to purchase stuff. I don't know. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I need
Yo, I get the top bunk.
I got the knife.
I got the
but
knife.
there is like a little bit of like second meaning behind the story. It's not like super deep or anything. So I'm not really a writer. But yeah, that's all I'll say though.
Hey, okay, you don't actually spoil the game.
Don't go too deep. Yeah. There was a game, and I keep forgetting what it was, and I used to play it so much and loved it. And then I forget. I have old person memory.
Was it Among Us?
No. I literally, most of the games I play are almost all indie games. I don't play. Nice. Yeah. I don't have my friends all bought. They all bought. What's that damn game? The one Subnautica 2, and they're like, "Hey, you gonna get it?" And I was like, "Do you kill anything?" And they said, "No." I was like, "I think I'll just watch you guys play it."
I heard good things about Subnautica 2, though. Like,
but I'm never gonna play more than like a couple seconds of it. So it didn't really mean. Yeah. To me, it wasn't like I saved my money in the game that I wanted to get or came out today, and I downloaded that like ASAP. And it's like this game makes your brain go blue, but in a good way.
And sometimes I like that, but I tend to prefer something with like maybe skills that you can develop. Like definitely, you're challenged sometimes, but you can also just kind of practice sometimes too. Like I really love Mario Kart. Like Mario Kart.
Oh yeah, Mario Kart's fun. Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah. And so like sometimes like even if it is like can be a challenge, right? I can kind of turn my brain off and like not really care too much about the outcome, but like just get a little bit better just through spending time in the game.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah. And sometimes a big challenge is good too. So, and sometimes turn your brain off is nice. So,
I think most of my stuff is pretty much like Vampire Crawlers is what I've been playing recently. The game I was talking about just came out. It's called Rune Dice. It's pretty good, but you're the thing you told me that there's like a hidden kind of like a little bit of a story here that you get into in the game reminded me of a game that I used to play. I'm trying to find it. So it's a game where you're basically it's kind of a card game, or it is a card game, but where you actually are trying to keep souls from leaving hell, and you have to kill them. And I bought this game for like $5 and played it for I think over 80 hours. I couldn't stop playing it, but it had this really cool story as you made it through the game, and you find out you're like there's this whole plot, and there was like this little it was like the little paper clip from back in the day was on your computer screen and was like, hey, nothing, not trying to freak you out, but yeah, this is gonna happen to you, and like it actually unfolds this really cool story. And I like it when games do that, where they have that hidden. And you're saying that there's something like that in here, huh?
Well, there's not like a second secret story. It's just there's kind of a basic plot that takes place like in like the background of the Ascension menu. And
I like
it's
that.
Kind of like just kind of like a little comic strip, wordless comic strip.
I like that's kind of cool actually. A little bit of comic strip.
Really fun. There's also again kind of a second hidden meaning. I'll tell you kind of the gist right now. Basically, expressing my frustration about AI and AI art. Because in the story, basically, and again, it's not that deep. It's not going to ruin the game if it gets slow. In the story, the main character, Clickatha, just wants to play with this gumball machine, but this evil horse with a mustache and a top hat, he's saying,
"No, I want to get rid of that mustache."
And so he puts her in jail, right? And so, to me, like, I was trying to express my frustration of like people just want to make art, but then like people who are trying to promote AI or make AI make art and steal the work and everything.
Yeah.
I was just expressing my frustration of that because these people just want to make art, and some people ideally would want to make a halfway decent living from it, right? That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Right? If you work hard and you get something for it, that would be good. But then these big companies are like, no, jail.
I was about to say, especially when it's such a beautiful thing to know how to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like this is the best I can do. Just about.
1 second. 1 second.
What's 1 second?
2 seconds.
1 second.
Yeah. So I think that this actually could be a good. It kind of reminds me of. Do you know the Puyo Puyo games?
Do I? Was that the one with the marbles and like the little mini games?
It's like a Japanese game, or it's like an old arcade game where like you actually have to bounce off.
Oh, those. Yeah. I played that at like a local arcade a couple times.
Yeah. I think it kind of does remind me of that, but like an upgraded version. But obviously, like in arcade, you don't get to actually upgrade your gears and stuff. It's just like you just have to pop those things, balloon, whatever, bubbles.
Well, this was actually inspired more by Nubby's Number Factory and also Peggle. And so the creator of Nubby's Number Factory actually reached out to him, and he let me put Nubby, the star character of Nubby's Number Factory, obviously. He let me put Nubby in the game as like a cameo, which is really cool. So like in the full game, like you can get him later on, and he'll show up and do stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was so cool. So just it's really cool to get the main character from the main inspiration of the game. And how I did that was I was drawing in town, trying to get at least a little better at art with my little sister because she's really good.
The one who knocked?
One of them's really good with audio, one of them's really good with visuals. So I was drawing the visual one, and I drew this really stupid picture of Nubby. I was like, this is funny. Let me email it to Nubby's creator. And I emailed to him, and he put it on his website. And I was like, also, can I just put Nubby in my game? And he was like, yeah, sure.
Oh, really?
So the name of that game, I don't know if you guys wanted to know or not, was Heretic's Fork.
Oh, I remember that game.
And I just found out they actually have another game coming out called Rapture, and I asked for the playtest, and I was like, what? And it's a Tetris game that when you make connections, it actually shoots things out to keep your tower from getting broken by other stuff. So good. All right, sorry, I'm back, boys. The wifey sent me a message. I was like, you can't not talk to me all day and decide to do it when I'm on a podcast. It's not how that works.
No. I like. Breeze, she's awesome.
She can't podcast time. She's got to know her place. Okay. No, she's fine. We don't live in the same area, so I don't get to see her for another couple of days. Yeah.
Quick question.
Quick question. Go.
No, for Vincent. What does this?
What is that thing on the?
Yeah,
on the cursor? Is that a ladybug?
Sorry, I didn't read any of the skill sets.
That's okay. So that's Gorp. He, if you hold down left click, he'll like suck the ball towards him. Yeah, like that. Very, very subtly. And so
sometimes you got to pay extra for that kind of action, George. There you go. Oh. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Does he only suck one way, though? George, I think you're way off the map with that sucking, bro.
Sucks the balls up towards him.
Oh, can you flip them around? No, you can't suck it like that. What are you doing?
No, I can't say it like that. Oh my goodness. Phrase it like that.
Wait. What do you mean he sucks the ball?
If you do it when he shoots, the ball gets sucked up.
So if you keep the mouse held down, he'll pull the ball towards him just a little bit. You see that? A little bit of control.
Good job. Good job, Gorp. His name is Gorp?
Yeah, so he's called Gorp because there's a stupid meme where this dog is like running and he falls over, and when he lands on his side, he goes, Gorp? somehow.
Gore?
So he's named after the sound a dog made. So
Oh,
Okay.
you won't get that.
animals make the weirdest noises. Like it makes you weird. Have you ever seen the ones where the animals are talking? Or it sounds like they're talking. So creepy. I'm like, you stop. I don't sound like you're making words. Not like birds, but the other ones.
Hello.
You're like, that's a skinwalker. Get it, kill it. No,
It's not creepy when parrots do it though. That's fine.
Yeah, that's parrots are normal. Yeah, that's just
The double standard is insane.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's their job is to be like that. So.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wait.
Okay.
You're getting addicted.
Suck it up, suck it, little sucker.
I'm not even using Gorp though. Like I don't
think you're doing a very good job of gorping. No.
Yeah, I'm not a Gorp.
He's not always useful. Sometimes it's better to not use him. I think. I
have no idea.
I like it when you do in the pinball thing when you just start to bounce.
What is this? When a ball bounces, gain 10 gum.
Wait, so the balloons are hitting the cogs too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. You didn't read the tutorial? Gosh.
I'm just watching you play, sweetheart. Calm down. What's that weird red thing at the yellow circle at the bottom right corner of the gray thing?
So that's a dead rat.
Where? This?
Oh, that red circle. So that's so you can preview these.
Oh, I really thought you said it. I thought it was like the rat didn't make it out of the machine.
I know.
And you're like, oh my God, man. He's like, there's no out of the machine. I like the music a little bit. Can we?
You want me to turn it up?
I picked it out myself, by the way. Thanks.
Wait. How did you work on the music? Did you make it?
He said he picked it out.
Yeah, so I don't make any. I usually don't write the music because I'm not great at that. I like to do it a bit more for fun though. But,
you did a good job picking it out because it definitely, if you listen to it, just listen to it for a second, it definitely feels like it belongs to the game.
It does.
So I'll usually go to like itch.io or like opengameart.org. Those are like the two sites I like to get a lot of my music from.
About to put you on something.
Huh?
YouTube has its own music library you can download from.
That's true, but that's going to be a little more popular, and also I don't know what the licensing for that is like.
Oh, you just put on there no licensing. You put it in the filter.
Oh. It's like CC0.
It just says no something is no credits. I can't remember the exact term, but
you got to know what the license actually is because they might just be letting you use that for YouTube videos, but they might not want that game or something. So
yeah, I think
you know what you should do.
If you're gonna
you should just get a keyboard and hit a bunch of buttons, and then you make your own music. And then people are like, "This is revolutionary."
But it's gonna take a lot more time. It's not gonna be as good. So,
yeah, I get it. Have you ever thought about trying to find like a unknown musician that's like got pretty decent music too? I'm sure you don't probably have the budget for it, but if you ever had the budget, would you do something like that?
Well, rev share is also an option, right? So some people might be willing to work for that. Yeah, definitely. Like, there's some people who are maybe like a little more niche on YouTube. Like I listen to most of my music like on YouTube. It's a little odd, but well, there's some people that are a little more niche that I'm like a big fan of, right? Like I'm in their like top like 0.1% of their listeners for a couple of
hours. Oh damn!
And I'm like, dang, if only I could work with them, that'd be cool.
You know who's he actually let people use his music back when they did the whole crackdown of streaming music for video on your games live streaming, right? He let people use his music, but his music was featured in I can't remember the name, but it was pretty much a running game, but where you're a ninja in the future and you're killing people. It's super dope. I can't remember the name of it, of course, so it must not be that dope. But have you heard of Daniel Deluxe?
It rings a bell, but probably not.
Yeah. Have you ever heard, like, there's a song, he does a lot of, like, I would call it like dark electronic music. But he has a song out that's all like he does a line from the Unicorn where he's like talks about how the darkness or something like that, and the sun hurts him, and it's just, I don't know. It's a really good, but his music is really good if you ever want to look him up. He's a really nice guy, actually. Like he had a full conversation with me and another person, and he does really decent on Spotify and on YouTube. So I was like, oh, this guy actually is not a dick, which is kind of cool. You know?
Yeah, he sometimes I question Zach's taste in music.
I have great taste. I have great taste.
I know you do.
He questions me because I listen to a lot of underground artists. That's why.
No, I love underground artists. What's wrong with underground artists?
Like mole people?
Yeah, like mole. Mole techno. It's very dirty. No, no, I would say a lot of my artists are not what you would consider to be like radio popular, but one's coming in October 23rd. I'm super excited.
So like
but I do like the music. The music does go with the game really well.
Thank you.
So I guess
it's got the right pace and everything for it.
Except for the music though, like you worked on everything else though. Then.
The font I did not make, and the sound effects. I did make a couple of them myself, one or two of them myself, but I grabbed most of those and then edited them, in Audacity. And then also I did not localize the game myself because I'm not multilingual.
Oh, okay. So which languages is it available on?
English, of course, Japanese, and simplified and traditional Chinese.
Ooh, I wonder.
No,
do you
Korean.
Know
what are you doing?
No, sorry.
You know how many people do you know the number of people who got it in different languages?
I think I could look it up, but it's not going to be that interesting because I'm pretty sure it's a pretty small number of people of Asian players that got it. Which
I could see this being very popular in Japan.
Yeah. It kind of stinks for the localizers though, because basically how they get paid is like a percentage of the sales from their regions, right? So from
I think I saw that on that Tetris movie. You guys ever watched the Tetris movie?
No, but I should. It looked interesting.
It's actually really good. I didn't think it was going to be. I mean, I played a shitload of Tetris. I forgot a shitload of Tetris when I was a kid. When I watched the movie, I didn't realize how much it took for them to get that game out of Russia. But it talks a lot about companies buying their games, buying like a version of that game, but only for that country, like a licensing only for that country. And it was crazy because Japan thought they had a version. Of course, it was made in Russia, right? And then, of course, this guy thought he bought a version of it from someone. He paid money for the American rights and finds out he didn't have the right to buy the game for the American rights or the Japanese rights. It was crazy. So I had to keep going to Japan. But it makes you kind of think about back in the day, all the stuff that people would have to do just to get a game out on Nintendo and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of course the Russians were like, "Ooh, this is worth money." That was back when it was still communist, you know. So they're like, "We're not going to let you have this game, nerds."
Also, I probably should go in about 15 minutes. That's all right.
Nope. We're friends now. This is where we hang out. Okay.
Yeah, I think.
So this game's been out for how long now?
In 1 week it'll be about 2 months.
Okay.
2 months, and you've done already 30K. That's really good.
Yeah. So of course
I just sent something to my son, so.
It's a lot slower than at launch, right? But it's still makes good money, and as you may know, games can keep making you money with little to no effort for years, right? So.
Well, honestly, I was watching George play, and I think George could have kept playing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, I was like, "Damn, this is." I mean,
he's like, "Well, I gotta go," and he's like, "No, you don't. No, you don't. This is all day, baby."
Dude, I totally forgot that we're actually in a podcast because I was.
Is itch.io is the itch.io version a demo?
Yeah. Well, okay. You can also buy the full game on itch.
Okay, that's awesome.
I don't think I'm friends with you on Steam. Am I?
Me?
Yeah, you
No, we played Marvel Rivals together. Remember?
on Steam? Is your
Yeah.
name like Punch Balls Man or something like that?
I have no idea. But anyways, yeah. So back to the, we'll figure that out after this. But
Papa
I know,
Pump, Papa
yeah,
C
Popsy
Pump.
Pump, yes. So I think I know that you told me that you're also working on your next project. So and you actually wanted to show
Oh yeah,
like
let's do that. Let's talk about
like a
that. Sorry,
little demo of
Yeah,
it. I guess play for like
sorry
5 minutes.
about that, man. We got deep into that game. That game
that's
was
good.
I
That
know,
sounds
right?
just
good.
good. I was
I
like,
thought I was going to be playing for like I could probably play it until the end of the day.
you'll play forever.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about this game too that you're working on?
Yeah. So first of all, like it's another one of my like prototypes, right? So I don't know if I'm gonna pursue it commercially, but I'll probably be putting it up on itch in a couple of days for free, you know, like this version for free, right? But it's gonna be called Letter Dragon, and so it's a game where you're a half bee, half dragon delivering mail for people, and it's kind of a chill racing game, but also a little bit of a platformer, mainly a racing game. Let me bring the music. Right, and so you can kind of decide the order in which you want to deliver the mail, try to find the optimal path, and you actually gain speed by flying near things. Oops. Wait, don't
That's
get
kind
too
of
close,
cool.
so you run into it. Yeah, thanks.
So you actually have to deliver the mails, and then wait. Can you actually see the map of this thing? Like when you are going to be launching on the Itch.io version, because I don't see a map, and it seems like you know already like where to go.
This is the cool thing. You actually have two antennas, whatever the plural is, I don't know, on your head, and they actually point towards the nearest house that still needs mail.
Oh, okay.
And they also, the unserved houses, they have smoke coming out of their chimneys too, so that helps a bit. So you can see like they're kind of pointing that way.
Oh, it is pointing that way. Okay.
So hopefully, again, I haven't. Oh, dang it!
And you went with voxel with this. It looks like.
Yeah, kind of semi-voxel. I don't really have a good level making workflow for 3D yet, so.
Looks. It reminds me a lot of kind of PS1 Spiral.
Yeah. The character, you know, like the main character, well, the only character really isn't. I wouldn't really say voxel, just low poly.
Low poly. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I thought voxel. Yeah, that is low poly.
Okay. The environment's pretty voxely though, for the most part. But I do like rotate stuff, and
you're using that air right there to speed up.
Yeah.
So I mean, you said something kind of interesting. I think if any devs are listening, I don't think I've heard any other devs say is you've been trying to keep small, very quick games going because you feel like that's making you a better game designer.
I think it's making me a better developer, and also it's increasing my chances of success and my chances of like backing the right horse, right? Because most of the time when I think of like a random idea and I like try it out, I'm like, no, this actually sucks. Like even though I thought it was really good, even after like iterating on it a couple times, it's usually kind of hard to make stuff work.
You're trying to keep them from polluting the air. Is that what's happening right here?
Nah.
Oh, it looks like you're like, stop that smog.
Yeah, it looks like
you shoot him with a Japanese flag. Stop it now. You know.
There's windmills though, so it's energy efficient.
Yeah, I mean, it does have kind of like a cool like vibe.
Thank you.
And I like the fact that it has like a weekly calendar thingy, like a planner. Instead of like, I have to deliver it on like a Monday. So each of the day obviously will have different like maps and stuff when you actually release a demo version, or is it going to be the same thing?
I think it's going to be the same thing. Just you have different houses that you have to deliver to, right? And so in the current version on Friday, you actually have to deliver mail to all the houses. So
you're delivering mail.
How quickly I can do that.
I must have missed that part. I thought you literally were like waiting to put something in here, or just using like a Japanese flag as like the stand-in. But now I realize you're doing a flag. You're delivering mail.
Oops.
Oh! Damn it! Let him deliver the mail, Windmill. Jesus.
But
Boom.
I guess I make this into a full version. I think I'd probably want to actually let you like kind of explore the world a bit as well, like in delivering that in between delivering mail, and you have like more different areas, like maybe a bigger city area.
Have you ever been invited to? I feel like you would do really well in a game jam.
I'm gonna be doing a game jam this weekend with a friend of mine, actually. So I'm gonna see how that goes. But
just you and your friend, not.
Yep. Oh well. Yeah. It's a bigger jam with other people, right? But
but your friend invited you.
Yeah, like he suggested we do a jam, and then we picked out the jam.
Damn.
God, devs just sound like they have the most fun. Like, bro, what are you gonna do? Let's jam this weekend, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
let's make some cool games, bro.
Yeah, let's make some games, bro.
Yeah.
What are you doing this weekend? I don't know. Making the next hit, bitch. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna make the Peak.
Yeah.
Peak was a game. Peak was a game jam.
I'm gonna make a game about a janitor who fights goblins come out of the toilet. His name is Bob.
We should do it. I mean, we don't know how to like create games. We could actually invite them.
He's gonna save a really hot teacher, and that's gonna be it.
So we actually, Zach and I and Anthony, we're always thinking about like we should actually like record the game jams and make it like into a document series or something.
I think. Yeah, because I just showed him this, but I didn't realize itch.io, the game, the desktop application actually shows game jams. It shows like
you can look on the web too. Yeah, you can see. So that's what we did. I love Itch for the game jams and stuff. So
God, I feel like I missed out on being cool in life. You know what I mean? Like, even if I was poor, I think being a developer would be a lot of fun because you could just be like doing your best you can to make these games, just jamming with a bunch of people and hopefully make something that doesn't suck,
Exactly. So
it is fun. It can be fun. Sometimes.
I'm sure it can be. I think it can be. I'm sure we've talked to a lot of devs who are just like, I just want this over with. But
that's how I end up feeling a few months in usually. But,
You're like already bored. Game developers with ADHD. it's a real disease.
I have ADHD though.
I do. I'd be really hard. It'd be hard for me to stick to one thing for a really long time.
Yeah, but
it's pretty cool though.
I think if you actually want to share with us like what you guys made on a game jam, I could share it somewhere like on the socials and stuff. I honestly want to be invited to like an actual one.
Yeah, we need to be invited so we can record it.
Oh well, this is an online one. Like you can just join. Anyone can join. So,
but like I want to see I want to like record the drama between the developers. Like, bro, I told you to make this. Punching each other, be like, bro, what are you doing?
What did you do?
It's like it's like the fight between like Steve Jobs and the Wozniak or something, and they'd be like, bro, I told you. Like they're making it into like in a garage, like fist fighting or throwing like, computers at each other, mouse at each other.
You just got a new record.
Well,
I think you're the only one going against yourself, though.
A new save, yeah.
Yeah, but I think this is good.
I think it's pretty cool. I really dig. I think you're the very first dev we've ever said it's just like not necessarily trying to put out non decent games, but trying to do rapid succession of games so that you're constantly honing your skills.
Yeah.
And then you came across something that has I would say pretty good success. To be honest, like 30K for that.
It's a good start.
Yeah, I would be pretty happy about that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially if it only took you 7 months. You're like,
and also like I just read a post on like X or something. Someone is like, like seeing all these like gamers think being an indie game dev is so easy because they make so much money, whatever. And then I was like, I think the indie games that you actually, I think like the indie games you guys actually play are like probably like 1% of the entire indie game.
Yeah, we've talked to so many indie devs that they're like, hopefully somebody plays my game, and I'm like, because I there's been so many times I've ran into games that are just so good, and you never hear anything about them, and I'm pretty sure it's because the indie guy didn't have marketing money, and he got drowned out by everybody else.
or they give up like and while doing it because it took them
marketing
too
skills.
Yeah. Well, I mean, think about every time they have a Steam Next Fest, how many times they only have certain games they put out there like right on the top, but then I don't know how many times I found a game that wasn't at the top that I enjoyed more than the top games on there. You know what I mean? Like I was like, dude, this game is way more my jam. But you just get lucky with that sometimes. It just pops up on your feed and you're like, oh, what's this? And you play it and you're like, this is so fun.
I think with Steam Next Fest, I think now like the number of wish lists you have going into it is pretty important. That's what I've heard. Take that with a grain of salt, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. So if you already have, like 10,000 wish lists or something, then you're probably going to get shown to more people. And so it's going to be it'll be a better time for you.
I think with this one, I think I'll share. If you actually share me the link for this game as well, I'll share it on the description. I know you said it'll be out when it comes out. Yeah, whenever it comes out.
And we're pretty excited to see what you come with this game jam, man.
Yeah, and also please share that if you have some I don't know.
I know you did a lot. I guess I have one more question for you. Is like you're doing a lot for all your games. Like you have to do many hats. Which one is your favorite skill that you've honed, and what is the one you think you're best at?
My favorite is probably like, I know a lot of people say like they want to be like the idea guy, but I think that's because coming up with ideas is really fun. And so just kind of like, you can't really do it all the time because it kind of comes and goes, right? But when you get really inspired, that's probably the best feeling, right? But I really like that. I really like like the visual aspect. I like doing the art, and I just like most of it, like pretty much all of it. And the one I think I'm best at is I think I have proclivity towards making things like feel good, like kind of physically, right? Like with Gumball Machine, right? People are like, oh, dude, the ball bouncing is so satisfying.
I love watching the ball bounce.
Dude,
yeah.
It's still fun though.
They don't know it is.
Yeah, you should actually try to stream it if you have the time, Zach.
That'd be cool. But I do, like as a hobby, sometimes I like juggle, and like as a kid, like I could ride a unicycle a little bit, not very well, but a little bit. But I like different kinds of juggling and like.
You trying to be a game developer or a circus folk? What you trying to do, brother?
Oh, you.
Then I started juggling on the unicycle. I'm like, Jesus God.
No, not quite yet. Well,
I had my little sister throwing bowling ball pins at me. That'd be pretty cool, though.
That's what they're called.
They're what?
They're called juggling clubs, by the way.
Oh. I always thought they were throwing. I thought they were just throwing pins at them. Now I feel bad.
Nope. That's okay.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be to it, but.
No wonder I kept throwing pins at that juggler. And he's like, stop. I'm like, catch the pin. He's like, it's not what it is.
Yeah. So I think your next step would be to work on that one game and then probably decide if you want to commercial, do like a commercial launch of it or not.
I'm going to try to finish it up like tomorrow or Thursday because I want to get it done before the jam. And then maybe I bought this recently, mainly for fun, but it's called a Play Date. It's this really weird console, and like one of the controls is this crank, and so they make it pretty easy. And I'm not sponsored by this. It kind of reads like a sponsorship, but it's not. They make it pretty easy to like make games for it, and so like if you know how to program, like actually program without an engine. So I've been trying to do that. I made like a little tiny game for it, so I might just spend a little more time learning that for the jam. But I think I want to make, before I commit to another big project, I want to make a few more games, but I also want to try marketing them as well. And what I've been doing lately is making short form content like TikToks, YouTube shorts, Instagram reels, right? And I've been getting pretty decent at that, actually. Like at first I really sucked, but like 10 videos in or 5 videos in or something like that, I started getting, like a couple dozen 200,000 views, right?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So my best performing one, I think, has a bit over 200,000, but I got a little lucky on that one. But
if I got a 200,000 with the 200,000 view one, I think I would just be like, that's it. I quit. I did my best.
Nah, not yet. Not quitting yet. But I think that's kind of underrated by indie devs because it can be really powerful, for getting wish lists and sales. And so
I think
that's what I hear. I think it has helped Idle Gumball Machines more copies. So I'm waiting to so I want to do that so I can get more people looking at this game and seeing their reaction, right? Seeing if people love it like I love it. Because if people like this one, I'll probably end up pursuing this one because it's really cool.
Yeah. I think the marketing part of it is pretty important. It's pretty awesome. I think the thing that
definitely
I think a lot of times when we talk to the devs that they end up kind of saying is not necessarily that they don't that they don't think that the marketing is important. Is a lot of times they just like we just didn't really have the money for it, or what I mean,
the time or the experience, right?
Yeah.
Like there are plenty of indie devs that just don't have any marketing budget other than some of their time, right? A good chunk of their time, and they do really well.
And too, I mean, you think about it, a lot of devs we've seen, they're not extroverts.
No,
they're usually they're usually introverts. So when they do stuff, it's like, yeah. They're not like the, I would say they're not always the most great at understanding how people think. They're great at the games, but not what makes people go, okay, I definitely want to play this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I think ideally what you do, right, is make somebody feel the way your game is supposed to make them feel in the video or the ad or whatever. And then they're going to go like, oh, wait, I want to keep feeling that way. So I'm going to wish list or buy the game so I can feel that way more, right? So hopefully, if people say, for example, were to watch gameplay of this game, they'd think, oh, wow, that looks fun. It looks adventurous. It looks like I can have a sense of purpose because it's a game where you have a job, delivering mail, and people appreciate you, right? So if you can make people feel like that and make them think they're gonna feel like that even more when they buy the game, then that's probably the best thing you can do. But of course, you have to also in this day and age optimize for retention and click-through rate if it's a long-form video on YouTube, right? And so that at least leads to me talking really fast and not letting people think they can't even think to swipe off, right? So
yeah.
Anyways,
that's all pretty interesting, and you're really definitely diving deep into it. And I'm excited to see what you come up with. Everything that's actually the thing. I was actually looking that up today, so it's funny that you're talking about because I was literally looking up game marketing, like what would be, and it's funny how much you could really, how the different paths you can go to become a gaming marketer without even having to go to school. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So okay, for anybody listening who might want to market their games better, if you're making games or just market better in general, some really great piece of advice on copywriting, which is writing marketing copy. It's not a legal thing, it's a marketing thing. Is that, and copywriting is just writing things that will sell products, right? So writing advertisements or whatever, right? Why didn't I deliver the letter? Sorry. Anyways, the advice is to every day look up great pieces of copywriting that are similar to yours, and then write them down by hand. So in my case, I'll watch a few shorts, and then once I find one that is really good that has a ton of views, I'll write down what he's saying by hand on paper, so I really internalize it. And then what you can also do optionally, and you might see this as a little scummy, so you can skip it, but it is also really helpful. Is you copy their video for your own video, but only change it enough to where it applies to your game.
Your game.
I mean, so instead of saying like Balatro is a game where you play with cards, you would say Idle Gumball Machine is a game where you play with balls, right?
Yeah. But who doesn't play balls sometimes, right?
But
no, what I was gonna say is I will say this on that is it sounds scummy, but there's actually a feature on YouTube that tells you, would you like to, like, if you go into YouTube, it'll actually say, would you like to come up with some ideas for stuff and all these channels? And you can click on there and say, I do like this video, and it will actually brainstorm with you through their AI they put on there, like how you could apply that to your own video for your own stuff. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily scummy. I would say it's more being a student.
Everybody copies each other, and I do try to, again, the script is different, and I have my own editing style and voiceover style, right? So I do try to be at least a little original. Yeah. Also, by the way, I'm not paying too much attention to the game, so I can do much better, by the way. But,
I mean, I think, for the gameplay, we're good because a lot of people saw like what it is now.
Oh yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah.
I wanted to say
this is the first time we've ever played a game with the dev. Well, no, second time, but the first time we've ever done the interview during the gameplay.
Right. Nice.
Yeah, which I kind of like it actually.
It's interesting, huh?
Yeah, because then we talk about the game as we're watching it, so it's like watching someone cook a plate of food, and then you ask them like, "Why did you do that?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, because I like the flavor." And you're like, "Oh, cool, yeah." I liked it.
Well, definitely.
Plus, George, it was nice to have George just not talk for a while and stare at the screen.
There you go.
I'm just kidding.
But
he was like this the whole time. He was like,
the game was so fun. Like, I didn't even know. Like, I was out of the world. So I was in a different place. I was inside of the gumball machine. So
you were doing your job, sir, and that's what's important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, there's one more really important copywriting thing.
Please tell us.
Tell us.
Is that my best performing videos? It's hard to tell from small sample sizes, but I'm pretty sure those didn't really increase sales very much. But I recently, like my latest short, I spent a lot more time on it, and it's like fully 3D animated, pretty much, in like my own style and everything. And people think, people think it looks really cool and everything. But that one only got like a tenth of the views or so as my most popular one, but the percentage of people who watched who liked or subscribed is like way higher. And so I think that actually also had a much higher conversion rate, because I did see an increase in the sales, like a noticeable increase in sales of my game, like after that video got views, right? So I think that you got to optimize for retention, and you got to get as many views as possible, right? But also you got to increase that conversion rate. So if you increase that by like 1%, then if you're going from like 1% to 2%, right, then you're doubling the amount of money you get from that video. So even if like a tenth of the people see it, if like people think it's like really cool, that could that could drastically increase your conversion rate. So that's something to think about too.
I would say too, you're really I like that you're saying that and stuff, because I know that we're kind of getting off the beaten path here a little bit, but one thing that people don't realize is YouTube, which is where I do most of my stuff. I know there's TikTok and everything else, but YouTube has kind of gone away from subscribers isn't the most important thing. It's actually viewage and how well you can retain, how long you can retain someone watching your stuff. And yes. I know a lot of people who said that they've had bigger content creators make content for their game and nobody bought the game, but they had medium content.
Idle Gumball Machine has a pretty low conversion rate from what I found. So like if it was like a more appealing game with like maybe a more clear fantasy, I feel like I would have, like 5x'd my money or something at least.
Well, I mean, you did a good job. I think you did a really good job, honestly. But when you told me that number, I was really crazy. But I think a lot of times you just have to, when you're coming off marketing for anything, you have to find your audience. So just having people have eyes on it, like, yeah, that's cool, and they click through. But if they go, oh wow, I really want to play that game, that's where you, and then finding those people. You know what I mean?
It did get on it. It did get a good number of views on YouTube from like incremental game channels, right? So like that's pretty much the target audience, incremental game fans, and so I just don't think, I don't know, for whatever reason, it's just not really that enticing to people. So next time I prefer to try to make something with like a clear fantasy, right? Like your dragon delivering mail. I think to a lot of people, myself included, that's really cool.
Yeah. And then your friend, the capsule machine gives you your weapons when you put quarters in it. I don't know. I'm going off the hinges now. I'm sorry. I'm trying to help out.
Okay.
And then Bob, the janitor. I'm just kidding.
No.
He's there fighting off the goblins that are coming out of the toilet. I'm telling you, we got a super team right here. The new Avengers.
I have no idea what to say.
So cool.
But
I'd watch that movie. I'd watch it.
Yeah.
In a world where dragons deliver the mail.
Good luck trying to produce that, though.
But seeing your new project come out, it'd be pretty exciting to see where you go from here, because I'm guessing that project, once it drops, you're going to probably drop another one right after that. It sounds like you're just on that.
A couple days after, yeah.
God knows what happens during this next jam you got coming on. You might find something there.
You never know. Yeah. But I'm not going to be thinking about that. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to jam, and then
just jam, bro.
It might turn into $1 million game. Who knows?
I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but while you're jamming, try doing some peanut butter. Some peanut butter and jam.
Oh, I should have thought about that. Crap.
It's delicious.
That's pretty good. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I think it's time to wrap up things.
He said he had to go like an hour ago, and we've held him hostage.
Yeah, I know. He said he has to go in like 15 minutes, like 30 minutes ago. So I was like,
I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. But before you go, do you have anything you want to tell the audience before, just like the last words, I guess? Like, who should be playing Idle Gumball Machine, or?
If you like incremental games, you should be playing Idle Gumball Machine. It's really good. Don't give me a negative review. No, I'm kidding. I'm not allowed to.
You're like negatives? No. Only with the thumbs up.
That's a joke, or Valve will kill me.
Don't worry, Gabe is pretty cool though.
I was about to say, I think Valve's cooler than Nintendo. Nintendo really will kill you. Valve's okay.
That's for like explicitly positive reviews, though. That is against their policy, I'm pretty sure, and still that's just like kind of cheating, anyways. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think that if you're a gamer, thank you for watching, and if you're a developer, thank you for watching as well, and follow your dreams, be sensible about it, but also I think that sometimes people try to tell you no, but they just don't know what's going on. They don't have enough context, right? Like I told some kid, or I happened to say it, right? Because we were talking about cars. I told him, I don't have a car anymore. I sold mine. And he's like, you sold your car to make games? You're going to be a fat loser when you're 30. I'm fat, but I'm not gonna be a loser.
Jesus. He's like, you're gonna suck. You're like, I didn't even make the game yet, guy.
Yeah. Also, the car, by the way, the battery, like it was a hybrid, and the big battery that cost like $4,000 was gonna be $3,000 to $4,000 was gonna need to be replaced soon. So I'm like, let's just sell that and get some money so I can survive. And yeah. So, anyways, like.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Go play Idle Gumball Machine, guys. It's already out. Play it on itch.io and play the demo and buy it. It's $4 now, as of May 19th.
$3.99.
Yeah, $3.99. But yeah,
$3.99.
Thank you so much for coming, Vincent. We'll
Thank you for
talk
having
to
me,
you
guys. It's
again.
fun.
Thank you, Vincent. And then Papa C Pump, check your email.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
Yes, and also thank you for listening or watching, everyone. Goodbye.
You're super dope.
Everyone's dope.
No, not everyone, but he's super dope.
Most people are dope.
Don't give people hope. Some people are not dope. You need to be
Okay.
dope.
Nazis, are they dope?
No. Okay.
Only people who are dope people.
Ah.